Hello YouTube and welcome back to Cities Skylines and the city or the area of Afonford. It's been a long time since I've done a video in this. Last couple of ones were live streams I believe, so in fact I do need to put the mouse further up on this, otherwise we're going to crash into the ground. There we go. Last couple of ones that I did were live streams, but you can see things have changed. Things are starting to look a little bit more realistic. On the right hand side you can see at the moment I've started putting in some placeholder farms, and you can see all the trees over here and in the distance where there's markings for farms. So I've just used them to line borders. Obviously the trees are not going to remain there the entire time. We'll replace them with bushes or walls or things like that. A couple of things to note is that from now on I am not going to be doing any of the farm building on camera. I've done that enough in the live streams and it's just taking a really long time. This is an incredibly slow series. So what I've decided is I'm going to try and set aside time to do that off camera, maybe record it for Patreon or something like that. But on camera we're going to be doing the major building of the city itself. With that in mind, today we are going to be looking at getting a whole new setup for power generation and water pumping. So we're going to move that all out of the city. The Battersea power station asset is going to be, I will say removed, but I think we're not going to remove it, just like the real Battersea power station. All we're going to do, actually they took that down, didn't they now? All we're going to do is, oh, I must have just hit play there by mistake. All we are going to do is build a whole new lot and decommission that one. That is it. Obviously we're still going to have a loss of lag. Hopefully that's not going to last too long or too many further episodes. That's just to do with the assets not being optimized, the game not being completely optimized, so on and so forth. But yeah, that is what we're planning to do in this episode. So make sure you guys stay tuned to see a whole new power generation area and a whole new water generation area. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock in the morning and there's a house on fire. This, again, I'm going to always complain about this every single time. You know, just the fact that you cannot, the emergency vehicles just have to, they're stuck behind all these slow moving vehicles. Anyway, moving away from all of that. So right now, our power is generated here at the Battersea power station. And we have 120 megawatts being generated there. Our water seems to be coming from these two here. And what we need to do is we need to move at least those ones so that we can continue building this area. You can see a very clear inner ring road. This area is all going to become commercial, I think. We do have housing here. I might end up destroying this loss of housing. Maybe not, but we do have a lot of housing here, and of course we'll be able to go over onto this side soon enough. You can see the farmland that I've planned out. The only reason I've planned out the farmland here is because that will give me an idea as to where roads would go to be more natural, just like I've got these roads all over the place here. So that just gives me an idea of where things are supposed to go. I might not fill them in like I've done with these, because obviously very soon these are going to go, and then I'll just fill in the ones in the distance. That's the plan anyway. For now we are going to build our power station and everything over here. I thought this would be a nice place. We've got some land to play around with, so we could do all the power station stuff over here, and we could do all the water stuff over here. First step is to get rid of all of this. I absolutely hate these rocks and I cannot get rid of them for some reason using any mods. The mods just do not remove them. In fact, they should be removed, should remove themselves in time. I'm not sure why vehicles still potter along these roads when they have a wonderful motorway that nobody seems to be using, as you can see. But we are going to be trying to do something with that as well. For example, if I were to make another junction here, I could potentially do something. There must be a way to have a junction. I could probably do a really fancy junction here if I'm honest, which is probably something I'm going to do to ensure that we can actually get onto over to this power generation area. So we'll start by figuring out what we need to build and where. So this area looks pretty good. I think this area does look pretty good for it. I'd rather not build. I mean, this is another area we could do it. I do not mind doing it there, but I'd rather maybe build down here, just because it might be the case that the city dwellers do not have to see this, nor do the village dwellers or the town dwellers. So that's what we're going to do. First things first is we need to place some roads. And of course we are going to use British roads, no country roads here, because this is now going to be very much these kind of roads. 2-lane, 2-way, no parking. Yep, that's the kind we want. And I'm going to place it like that. There we go. Now, of course, I'm completely fine with having these curved areas. And what I need to try and figure out is where the power station is going to go. So I think having the power station sitting here will be a good idea. I think that's a reasonable place for it. And we're not going to be using just a single power station. We're going to be doing a lot. So this is a nuclear power plant. We'll be using one of them. And it does... It's not exactly what I want, but of course we do know I can lower this to match. And we can always raise... We can always go ahead and raise the terrain a little bit here. And then we'll use the smoothing to smooth things out. But there we go. We could potentially even go ahead and use the move tool and lower this down just like that. There we go. So I know it's complaining about having no water, but that's okay. So we've got a power. This is our power station. Now obviously it doesn't look great just like that. That kind of looks rubbish. So we're going to add multiple parts to this, which is where things get rather cool. So we're going to do this, and we'll add another one right here. There we go. Second plant. So now when we look at it from the motorway, yep, that's starting to look more like a power station. However, we're not going to be sticking just to nuclear. I'm thinking solar power is probably a good way to go as well here. So we're going to add to the solar power. We're going to add to this nuclear power station by adding in solar power. So we're going to have a solar section of the power plant. And for the solar section, I'm thinking maybe we should go. Maybe this is the one that should be up on a hill somewhere. But I cannot find a suitable area, so I'm going to throw it in here just for the sake of it. And there we go. So that's the solar one. Now that solar power plant or power station is not going to stay on its own, because we have all of these to add to it. As you can see, this is a solar substation, so I've got to try and add something along the lines of this onto the power plant setup. So I'm thinking we create this road almost perfectly straight, I guess, like that. And then I will add in this part. And there we go. Okay, solar substation is in. It's not exactly, it's a little bit wobbly, but it is in. It's very wobbly. I'm actually going to demolish that and do something else there. I'm going to use the terrain tools to level the terrain. What? That was a mistake. Excuse me. My apologies. I want it at this level. It's better. Right, we'll smooth it out afterwards. Let's just get this in. Okay. Then we'll add that in. Come on. There you go. That's better, and now we shall smooth out. So which one's the smooth? Shift, soften. There we go. And soften the terrain all the way out here. And all the way along here too. Perfect. Okay, well I say perfect, it's not quite perfect, and this is moving the assets now, but I'll try and be really quite careful with this as I'm doing this, and I think that's probably as best as I'm going to get. Unfortunately, that little bit there is still going to be a bit of a mess. That's okay. So now we have our entire power generation area. I'm then going to try and figure out where to put the water. Obviously we can add car parks, and in fact let's add a car park if we can. I was looking at substations earlier. Car park. Car park. No? Okay. Parking, maybe. Parking. Here we go. Because this would be very realistic. Can we have a... what kind of parking do we want? No. Just a normal parking setup? No? Maybe? Okay, just parking like this then. There you go. I mean, it would logically make sense to have parking in this area. So this is where workers will be able to park their vehicles. I'll also... what else could I do? See what I could do is I could just link this onto this road like that, and I can, or I will, create a... why is that slant parking still there? I will create... why are there seagulls around? Can I move you? Yeah, I'd like you to be there. There we go. Okay, and we'll see what's happened with that in some time. But I'll add some additional stuff to that. Next up, we need to add some of the water. Now I know that that's pretty quick, but we'll add some water. And what we're going to do for the water is I really want to be able to clean the water up. So again, building must be placed roadside. Let's go ahead and create a water area. So let's do this, and then we'll do. I see these rocks. These rocks. Do I have road anarchy on or something? These rocks are horrible. They are. There we go. That's what we're going to do there, and then we'll do that. As a matter of fact, we probably should upgrade that particular road, but we'll see. So we've got this set up. I'm sure we can do a little bit more with that, but we've got this set up. And then we'll do this, and then I guess we can just connect that like so. We start working on the water. So we want a, let's see. Sure, why don't we have one of those? Yep, the dip is going to be annoying. That is going to be really, really annoying. That's one of the pumping stations. That needs to go to a shoreline, but that's alright, we'll figure that one out. So I will have 3 of those. I mean, at the moment our water consumption is 94. Each one of these will give us 384. So 4 of these should be more than enough. Of course, we do need some outlets. The outlets are tiny, they are. Where's the full-size outlet? There you go. Now I'm going to put the outlets here, just because this is where we've got the best current. So I'm going to actually stick 1, 2, 3, 4 outlets there. Probably not in the best place, but of course move it can help us put things wherever we want, however we want, which is awesome. There we go. Okay, we've got this over here. It's not looking superb, but we're going to work on it. See, these rocks are just horrible. Right. Theoretically, we're probably going to want a road down to this. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do it, but we're probably going to want a road alongside here, like that you can actually get down to the level of these, just in case, you know, to check what's going on with these. So I'm going to leave a road like that, and then I will bring the road upwards. I could tunnel this. How do I tunnel? How do I tunnel this? Modes, tunnel. Can I not tunnel? Why did that not tunnel? I mean, that is an incredibly steep road, I have to admit. And I am looking to try and improve that. No, I want to tunnel. How do I... Toggle road anarchy, no. Road collision, yet node snapping modes. What's that? Normal. Okay. So could you theoretically give me a tunnel? No, you do not want to give me a tunnel. Fine. I think we're going to be stuck here. I think we are going to be stuck here for a bit. Even that's not high enough, is it? We could just imagine that it goes down to somewhere. But again, the whole idea of well, now it's happy, isn't it? It's like, yeah, I'll take that slope, not a problem. Won't do it. Just will not do it. Oh, hang on a minute. Now I've got tunnels. Well, that's not a tunnel at all. But you know what? If it works, it works. I think there's some potential for this working. Not this part, that's for sure. There's some potential for this working though. So I'm going to try and drop that and see if I can bring this down from there straight down to there. How steep is that? Gosh, that's steep. That's incredibly steep. Okay. Well, I'm sure I'll be able to work on, for example, doing that to help improve matters. And not have it lose its mind. There you go. I guess we could deal with... Could we deal with that? I have a feeling that's probably much better. I feel like a vehicle could manage this. I think it could manage that. So we're going to do that. That's what we're going to leave for there. Obviously it requires power and everything, but that's okay. We're not going to worry about that just yet. We are going to add in this, and we are going to add in the clarifiers because they are really important. What else do we require? Let's do that. And now let's see where the mess is. Okay, so I see the issues. So I will bring this down like that. That down a bit. Bring that one down a little as well. So we'll do that like so. Over here we've got... this is okay. This here is not happy. Probably because none of this is really all too happy. I'm assuming that realistically you'd want this down like that. Something like that, which would then mean this entire thing has to go down there, and this whole thing has to come down roughly as well. We can then smooth out terrain and see what actually happens. Can I make this a larger... There we go. Not sure why I didn't do that earlier. That's much nicer. You can even smooth out halfway down this. Make it half reasonable. There we go. That doesn't look all too horrible, if I do say so. And I do. It doesn't look great, but it doesn't look all too horrible either. Okay. So, theoretically, we'll also obviously need parking here, but that's what this entire area is going to be for. It's going to literally put... I'll show you roughly what I'm thinking. We could do parking all along here. Like so. And then you've got all the parking, and then people can go to their place of work. Okay. I'm going to get rid of the seagulls. The seagulls are really, really annoying. But I think we have something here. So all we need to do now is hook this up to finish this. Oh, actually, hold on. There is something else I do require. Heating. Boiler station, geothermal heating plant. There's something else I could probably... We can throw that up there. How much... Which ones are... Which ones are what? Not as effective. It's very safe. Yeah, let's use this one. Theoretically, we could use 2 of them. Let's throw 2 of them in. There you go. We'll smooth out the terrain here as well. There you go. Perfect. And then I will... Yeah, shut up about the mess and everything at the moment. I will connect up pipes. So we'll have... You two need to be piped up. We need normal water pipes going... Normal water pipes going from there to there. There to there. Guess we could throw that up the road. Like so. And then we'll hook 1, 2, 3, 4 up. And we can pipe this up quite nicely. There we go. That's that piped up. Good. And now all we do is pipe this up to our main network, which is how we're going to end the video. Oh, I mean, it's already pretty long, but we'll pipe this up to the main network, and I think we'll use these upgraded heating pipes now. And we'll pipe them along this. I'm not sure why. I suppose we will need heating pipes. Yes, hopefully you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to hit the like button to let me know. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet subscribed. Make sure you hit the notification bell as well so you know when episodes are being released. There we go. That's all got some heating. And then what we need to do is add this. Yeah, as I said, make sure you hit the notification bell to let so that you guys know when I am releasing videos. You can also find me on social media at EC Gadgets LP for both Twitter and Instagram. And also, I'll just do that. And also, if you do really enjoy these videos, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. That's www.patreon.com/ECGadgets. Your support would be massively appreciated. It would really help me out. I think that's all from me, provided this works. Which, as I said, I hope it does. Go. Right, so what's the last thing I need to do here? Sewage. I really have to work out how I'm going to do this whole idea of the sewage. We'll have to work that out in the next episode. For now, that's all from me. And I shall see you guys. Where is... underground pipe? I have no idea. I'm just going to do this. Please tell me that works. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. I'm sure something will come along to try and sort out the garbage in this area. If not, we're in trouble. But that's all from me, and I'll see you guys next time in City Skylines and the city of Afonford. And look at that. Electricity production 350 megawatts currently. And water pumping capacity 2 million cubic meters per 10 minutes. I'll see you guys next time.